Hi everybody, I'm Kim O'Rourke, the recycling coordinator for the city of Middletown, and welcome to Recreation Recycles. Recreation Recycles is produced by the Middletown Recreation Department and the Middletown Public Works Department, and we do different videos focusing on recycling and waste reduction. Sometimes we make a kid's craft, sometimes we do a do-it-yourself project, and sometimes we take field trips. And today we're taking a field trip to the Middletown Recycling Center. Have you been here before? If you're new to Middletown, welcome. If you're not new to Middletown, but you haven't been to the Recycling Center in a while, we're hoping that this will give you an idea of what to expect when you come. Now, this is the entrance. It's on the corner of Johnson Street and North Main Street. The hours are posted on the gate, and they're also on our website. We are open Monday through Friday during the day, but the Saturday hours get a little funky. Usually always, I will say, in the spring and fall, we're open every Saturday, but then in the winter and summer, it's cut back to the first and third Saturday. So be sure to check the timing if you're coming on a Saturday. So let's go in and I can show you what it looks like in here. Come on in. So when you come into the recycling center, all vehicles should go up on the scale. Go straight ahead, right up on the scale. And you're going to wait at the top of the scale. So where it says stop, be sure to stop, because that's when the scale starts. So if there's somebody else in front of you, they're going to be weighing that vehicle and they don't want your vehicle behind them. So be sure to pay attention to the signs, all vehicles through this area, and then stop and wait for the attendant to wave you forward. And when he waves you forward, then you can go up to the window and tell him what you have, and he'll direct you in the right direction. So when you come off the ramp, you're going to have a choice of taking a sharp left, which will take you over to the bulky waste area, the scrap metal area, and the brush area, or a slightly sharp left, which will take you to the mattress containers, which are right here. Or you can go up the ramp, and that's where the regular mixed recycling will go, leaves and cardboard. Or if you come off the ramp and take a sharp right, then you'll go to the e-waste container, the swap shack, and the food waste area, and we'll show you those in detail. So let's first go up to the recycling. So when you come up to the top of the ramp, on your left-hand side are going to be bins for corrugated cardboard. So you can put boxes in these bins. We also have a compactor down at the bottom, and we'll go to that afterwards. So if you have boxes that are not broken down, it's better to put them in the compactor because they'll get crushed. But if you have flattened boxes up here, you can put them in these bins. Now please, please, please take any packaging out of the cardboard. These bins are just for corrugated cardboard boxes. And we bring them to the recycling facility, and if they do have, plastic in them, or if they have styrofoam in them, then we don't get the pricing that we would if it was just clean cardboard. So just clean cardboard boxes in these bins. Then we'll go around to the front, which is where the mixed recycling is. And let's take a look at that. So over in the middle of the ramp, this is where we have our containers for mixed recyclables or single stream recycling. So these are the recyclables that you put out at your curb. If you have extras that you need to get rid of, you can bring them here. You don't have to, but you have the option if you want to. So we'll take, here's a sign, we'll take your paper, your cardboard, your paperboard, glass and metal containers, plastic bottles, tubs and cups, milk cartons, juice boxes. All that information on what we accept is on our website, and it's also on recyclect.com. We follow those guidelines. Please, please, please follow the guidelines. See what is recyclable, what is accepted in the recycling in our program, because other items do contaminate the loads, and then we get charged for that contamination. It's very important to recycle right. If you're unsure if something is accepted in the recycling, certainly ask me. You can send me an email or give our office a call, or go on recyclect.com and or on our website, middletownct.gov, under the recycling section. We have a wizard that you can actually put in the item, and it'll tell you if it's accepted or not. Okay, so next we're going to go over here. Okay, so over on the right side of the ramp, we have a container for leaves and grass. You do have to empty them out of plastic bags if you bring them in plastic bags. And then beyond this, now this you would drive your car around and come to the back of the area. We have an area for brush, and that all gets chipped up into wood chips, and folks are welcome to take those wood chips if they need them, or we do deliver 5 cubic yards or more. Although we recommend they are not treated in any way, they're just natural chips, so we recommend you don't use them up against any buildings. And then we have our scrap metal pile over on this side. So let's go down and take a further look at the bottom. Okay, so this is our compactor for cardboard. If you have large amounts of cardboard, or if you have cardboard boxes that you don't want to break down, you can bring them here and just put them in our compactor, and then they'll get crushed and sent to the recycling facility. So the city of Middletown recycles its mattresses and box springs. We participate in the Extended Producer Responsibility Program for mattresses and box springs, and we work with the Mattress Recycling Council. So you can bring, as a resident, you can bring your mattresses or box springs in at no charge. We put them in these containers, and then they go to a facility where the materials get separated and recycled. So the springs will get pulled out and they'll get recycled. The material will get pulled off, and that will be recycled into insulation or other types of bedding type material, and the wood will get chipped and used for other purposes. So it's really a great program. The Extended Producer Responsibility for mattresses has saved the city thousands of dollars in disposing of these materials, and it's good for residents because you can bring the items in at no charge. So we accept electronics at the City Recycling Center as well. There's no charge to bring them in. It's another one of the Extended Producer Responsibility Programs, or EPR. We take televisions and computers, and there's a whole list on the sign of the materials that we take. You can bring the items right into this trailer, and the miscellaneous items like the keyboards or the cords or the mice, they go way in the back. There's a Gaylord box way in the back. You would put those in, and then the monitors go in a certain box, and the hard drives will go in another box. Televisions usually just go along the edge of the trailer. And then we also take fluorescent bulbs and batteries. So all those can go to this trailer, and we work with a vendor, Take Two, who will take the materials and either refurbish them or recycle them through the EPR program. So over on this side, we also have a container for books. They can be usable books or books that even nobody is going to want to read. It's okay. We get a lot of old encyclopedias. You can put them in this container, and then Discover Books takes them. They sort through them. Books that they can reuse, they will keep in book format and work with other places that need them. The other ones do get recycled. Now, I will say that books can also go in your regular recycling. So soft cover and hardcover books can go in your curbside recycling as well. But here they might get a better life. So Discover Books, you can put your books in that container. We have a container for Goodwill, so that's textiles. And it's not just usable textiles. They have a recycling program where they sort through everything, and items that cannot be sold in their stores, they have markets for to turn into new products. They do have a distribution center in North Haven, which I toured a few years ago, and it was very well run and very complex with all the different materials that they're able to market. So that's our Goodwill bin. We just ask that you put it in a plastic bag when you put it in the bin so that it stays clean and dry. Clean and dry. The materials have to be clean and dry. And then next to that is our swap shack. So this is, our building is fairly new. Last year when we did this video, this was empty. We didn't have any building on this site. although we have had a swap shack for years, we had to replace the building. So this is an area where you can bring items that are still usable, but you're not using anymore, and somebody else might get may be able to use it for themselves. We take only small items. It's a small building, so we can't take furniture. We can't take strollers. We can't take cribs. Nothing big, please. We can take household goods like kitchenware or books or toys or clothing, shoes, small pieces of luggage, anything that is on the smaller side. We do have an area on the outside here where we can take larger items, but for the most part, it's difficult for us to take a lot of large items because we don't have a lot of space. So we recommend that for the larger items, you try to get rid of it through FreeCycle or one of those websites. Or if it's not usable, then it would have to go in the bulky waste. Oh, the other good one is the Restore in Cromwell. You can bring furniture to them as a donation, and they'll put it in their store. So that's our swap shack. It's very awesome. It's kind of hit or miss. Sometimes you can find some great things. Sometimes you won't find anything, but it's kind of fun to shop at. So this area, we take antifreeze, and we only take antifreeze. We don't take waste oil. We do have places where you can bring waste oil, as well as our household hazardous waste collection days. But we do take antifreeze here, used antifreeze. We also take food waste. So if you can't compost in your backyard and you're separating out your food waste, which we highly recommend because it helps us reduce the amount of trash that's going to landfills and incinerators, you can drop it off in one of these carts here. We also have a drop-off on Randolph Road, 675 Randolph Road, and we accept it at the Middletown Farmers Market during that season. And then we also take cooking oil. You just put it in a bottle and leave it on this pallet. Or we take car batteries as well, or automotive lead acid batteries we'll take in this area as well. So it's kind of a mishmash of different items. So thanks for coming on our tour of the Middletown Recycling Center today. If you have any questions, please email me or call me, and we'll be happy to answer them. We have lots of great stuff here, and we really appreciate everybody using it and using it correctly. So thanks for watching Recreation Recycles. We'll be back next time with another video, and in the meantime, don't forget to reduce, reuse, recycle, and rethink your waste.